It was as confusing as the Jackout Cup. Where I was in camera 7. Ah, maybe that was the issue. Maybe that was the issue. I'm not sure if that can be an issue here, but I used camera 7 to look where the start is. But that was in the waiting screen, so I'm not completely sure about it. Okay, this is it. Thanks for the raid. Hello, welcome guys. Seeding just starts. Cup of the day. And it's definitely an outside dirt turn. And one slide. And this transition here. Another slide. Was a nice gear, and then we're already there. Also it's also a pretty short map, at least it feels short. Like the copium timer is at 45, author time is 41. Yeah, 41 is a bit shorter than other maps, but especially it feels short because until this dirt there's basically not much happening. And overall there are like 5 turns or something in this map. Also 5 turns that matter. So, AT looks good. Let's have a look. As expected, outside. Early drift. And then lots of exit speed. And here also early drift. And also there, yeah. Okay. Didn't have that exit speed. And I didn't have the good gear here. The gear did lose me quite a lot in the dirt. Yeah, looks like a good GPS. Okay, then let's go. Didn't I touch, but it feels like I'm still fast. Let's respawn a bit. Ah, this works actually. Just drift exactly at the edge there. Always losing a bit of grip there. I think we need to go very tight around this red bollard without touching it. $41.9. Opium, but not with the greatest start, I believe. So, finishing exactly that 0.9 that I had Copium. But that's gonna be a close seeding, as it only has a few important sections. The two drifts are feeling both a little bit off. Like they work, but the turning radius is different than what we are used to. And what we're used to from older games, at least, where you didn't have those diagonal blocks. Oh! Wait, 11th. That was actually a massive improvement. Nice. But I'm actually not sure if that's safe Div1. But I'm really happy that I got this time. But yeah, still 6 minutes. And it's already down to 14th, so... we might have to get 80. It has no exit speed. Oh wow, I lose 3.5 tenths there. That's crazy, though. These drifts are mega important. But both of them feel quite difficult to get right. Also, this dirt outside here is difficult. or minus 23 in the copium. First, but 10th place is like only a bit of a 10th away. That's how close it is. Also you don't need AT for Div1. You don't need to be that fast. Nein! Oh, are you kidding me? 4,000s behind because I was touching it. Oh, good thing I continued this run. I wanted to actually abort it. I actually wanted to abort it because of the start, but the rest was so good that it still worked out. Ah, there we go. 80 and 20th. Okay, I got basically 3 PBs in a row. Like the first one wasn't a PB, but could have been already. Massa is only 62nd. 65th now. Same time than the cutoff. Massa's struggling. Unless he improves in his last attempt. It will update now. Massa's out. 3,000s behind the cutoff. The cutoff improved again. Cutoff is a 56. That means that my early 0.5 would have been definitely out of Div1. But yeah, it's still a bit away from the author time. Is Massa playing when he's only Div2? Or is he stopping then? I wonder. Sometimes it works well. Sometimes I have a slightly wrong line. Okay, starting. The thing on this map for the knockout is you can easily make a small mistake, and as there is not much happening on this map, you will be immediately out. But yeah, these two drifts are extremely important. But of course you can also push it a bit too much in one of the slidey parts. Jumping too low here, I'm really afraid of that transition. So far it always worked, but it can easily happen that at some point when you know you need to be fast that you push it too much. Or that you push the finish too much. I mean, now I am not caring about finishing super inside, but at some point have to. Hello, secular music. A little bit blind there. Pushti Topako is in red. Epos in orange. The World Tour players, guys. In big danger. Oof. I saw me touching. Purple out. In this round here, it was for a long time only 2/10 from me to first red. Yeah, I had of course a wonky dirt. It was supposed to be extremely good with that outside, but I almost crashed there. And the first drift, no? The first drift is mega important. And whenever I don't really have the perfect line into the drift, then the exit speed is really lacking hard. And as I said, also after this drift, there's still the other drift. The other drift feels a little bit easier at the moment. There is not really much where you could gain time back. Also not a lot at least. But when I see in the seeding how I was 3/10 behind, just because I had a little bit less speed, but it was summing up that much in 3/10, quite a lot. And you have otherwise only grass and dirt turns. Purple out and 1 round afterwards, Fredwolf out. We have Levon out and Christina as well. We are youth of the nation. We are the youth of the nation. 0.01 by complex, what the fuck? Almost a sub. Pass out. Mamela, oh, oh, io. Kakna out, Leica out. Also Nitro Feint and Uso. Actually didn't get a good ear, at least almost. Was a bit yak. Okay. Juliano out, Ika Wolf out. Molle and Shark and Loco and Garikul. Oh. So we have a 4 KO round. with 18 players. Shit, that was... I didn't overjump this. Ah! That was a weak round exactly now. The first drift was okay, but the grass turn, I had to oversteer so much to get around somehow. I think I started steering too late with it, but the grass turn with the transition was definitely extremely bad. Like in every turn. I was outside, I had to oversteer and I didn't land smooth. Then I knew that I'm in danger with that. And then came the left drift. And the left drift was only decent. It was not good enough to overjump the grass. So I was landing on that grass then. You will see now what I mean. You need to have enough speed to overjump this uphill from the grass. And that didn't happen, so I jumped basically a second time. And that just killed more speed and time in the end. It was a map where I felt like I could have gone a bit further. Because of those three, like we were talking about 2 days ago or so. The last 3 rounds of the seeding were all PBs, were all on 0.5 to then to 0.39. If I go back to that pace basically and just drive that, then you come far on this map, because people tend to do mistakes on such a short map because you need to risk and you can easily make mistakes in these parts. So it was definitely doable to get this regu at least. Like, someone touched that. Was it Spam who was clipping in that? I didn't even know that can happen. Cypher also. Oh. But he's safe with that. But Epiphany here so far in the one. That's also pretty good. Who will win? Let me check Jadon's PB time. Actually has a bad time. And then not. Keeper the Piece also has only 0.46 and he's out, most likely. I wanted to go for those. I mean, then I think Neon has good chances. So I was actually thinking that Neon is the guy that we sometimes have seen in Cup of the Days, where I haven't been sure who it is. What was the name of that guy? Ni Robin or something like that. Do you know? Ni Robin? I was thinking that Neon could have been behind that account. Now today we see Neon with his Neon name tag and we do not see Ni Robin. So I don't know if he actually has 2 accounts and if both of them are him or if Ni Robin is just someone else. So far, so good this round. Oh, Myets. And he has to release, and now he will have a bad uphill. Actually, it was okay. Maybe it would have been okay for me if I just air braked. Oh, Jadon is going super far outside. He has, of course, better angle for here, but it's close this round. And it is SFLNKO with the KO. And he drove a .76. So this was the first round where you needed a somewhat solid time. But of course, this is still far away from what you had to drive to qualify into Div1. Now, for the cutoff was a .56, and we haven't gotten any round so far that was close to the cutoff. Ah, too bad I messed up the one round. This was of course the most difficult one, like a round. It was of course the one round where you have basically the biggest percentage of players being knocked out. Now, 14 people only survive out of 18. It was basically expected that this round could be the most difficult one to survive. So what do we have here? .98 is out, a .87 survives. Was supposed to be the most difficult round, and I didn't have a good run in that round, so it was not a big surprise to go out with that. Just a bit sad that it happened in this round. But now you at least need consistently the sub, as long as nobody crashes. But I mean, sub should be doable. Okay, everyone rather close together, so I guess everyone got a pretty decent. So Jadon, where's he going? Oh, we have the crash. Jadon improved to a 41. I wanted to say Jadon wins at first, but when I saw that he only has a 46, which is far behind my seeding time, I felt like he won't do it, but now, Also Orange was good now. A .55, and Complex was of course extremely fast. He drove this .01. He's now out. But yeah, that's... I mean, with this crash it's easy to survive, but the other players had decent pace here now. I mean, this is what I would also expect to see now in the ending. Ah, we have already the crash by Miles. So the round is already pretty safe if you want to save. What is KP's best time? A 23, Neon has a 25 and Scrappy a 08. Miles did DNF, so we cannot check anymore, but I think he was slower. Midpoint 5C again for orange and yellow. Jadon needs a very good ending if he wants to survive. His ending was now pretty bad. Jumped extremely far outside into the finish, but the orange time was now already a 37. Scrappy actually overtook KP there. So this would have been quite tough now. And we have our top 3. I said Neon will win. At least he made it into the top 3. The thing with Neon is he is risking quite a lot usually. So you never know if he's making a mistake at some point. Okay, that was actually... Oh, Kebi was on wild lines there. Oh, Scrappy crashing. And we have a Neon versus Kebi final. Yeah, did you see that? Kebi was clearly behind Neon. But Kebi was finishing a little bit further right, and because of this diagonal finish, this is actually then ahead at the finish line. So it's also extremely important to finish as far right as possible. Now comes the Grand Finale. Kebi versus Neon. Neon got a point 11 by now, as he has slightly more pace. Oh, Kebi with a beautiful dirt turn. And also with a good drift. Neon had not really the greatest drift, he had to press the brake button multiple times. He will go full risk here, it almost worked out. He went full risk as expected. Point 27. Decent time. GG. So guys, at 20 o'clock is the ULC, Ultimate Learning Cup.